What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Mike FX speaking, and we're back again with another video. This is our weekly analysis. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys had a wonderful week last week. Hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, man. Hope you guys are well rested, and hope you guys are really ready, man, to tackle the markets and make some money this week, right? Because that's our overall goal, man. We wake up every morning, we tackle these markets, we analyze, we wait for our setups to play out so that we can at the end of the day, make more money, right? So, and master the skill overall. So, yeah, man, hope you guys are doing great, man. We've seen a lot of growth, a lot of new subscribers. Welcome home. Welcome to the family. Here we share analysis, we share ideas, we share information so that each and every one of the members of this community can grow, right, and achieve levels of success that you've never dreamed possible, right? And it is very possible to succeed in this forex market. As you can see, there are countless opportunities that present themselves each and every week, and some of them we'll talk about it in this video and see how you guys can take advantage of them and make some money from that. Right. But before we get into the video, if you've not liked the video, please smash that like button, subscribe to the family, leave a comment below, and tell me some of the thoughts that you have, some things that you would like for us to improve next time. If there's some complaints that you guys might possibly have, just leave them in the comment section. I'll get back to you, and we'll keep improving, we'll keep growing, and we'll all get better. Right. So that's the goal, man. So let's just keep going here. So we'll be looking at NASDAQ today. It's going to be a beautiful week, man. Last week kind of played with us a bit, but we're coming this week, we're coming stronger. So let's get straight into it, man. Nasdaq, we all know we are in this amazing bullish run. Um, as you can see, we have higher highs and high lows being formed there beautifully, right? The market is just pushing, man. It's just pushing. You see, we're in this ascending channel there. So if you are looking for buys, you're really on the right side of the market, right? So, but there are some sells, as you can see, from from here. Let me just move my drawing thing. Yes, to here maybe. Because now it's giving me problems. As you can see from here, we had amazing sales coming in last week. Last week was for the most part a bearish week. It was just bearish, man, for the most part. We saw the market dropping and not stopping. So this week we're gonna talk about what we could potentially expect from Nasdaq. To do that, I just said 4 days. Let's go to the 4 hour and see what the market has for us this week, man. Right. Let's just zoom out. If you zoom out here, you'll see that the market is in a very sensitive area. We are in a very strong level of support. It was previously resistance here, and you'll see that that area has now been support. I think you'll see it much more clearly on the daily time frame. Let's just go straight up to the daily, because right here it's kind of messy. As you can see very clearly there, we had previous resistance. The market resisted this area and it dropped massively, and we had a nice breakout, and we'll talk about this breakout in a minute. But after that, we saw the market coming back as support, right? Came back as support. We could potentially see the market come from this area and start to push to the upside, right? That is what you could potentially expect, because we are at a very strong level of support here. We could potentially see the market pushing to the upside from there, but we'll go down to the lower time frames to analyze and dissect exactly what is happening there, right? Oh, before we go down, let me just take you guys' attention to this kind of breakout here, right? This one here. this breakout here, right? You have to be able to analyze what exactly happened there so that you do not get faked out in this Nasdaq, because it does tend to give those rejection candles, but then ends up breaking, right? For example, you can see here, we came up with a lot of momentum. We had a nice correction for like 2 or 3 days. After that, we broke that correction and we came to our level of resistance, and we had a wick. If you just entered just because you saw that daily close, you were in big trouble here, because the next day pushed up again and then wicked again, dropped below again. If you entered again here, so you were in trouble, because look what the market did. It pushed to the upside. So it's very important that you really be patient with Nasdaq. It will first of all play around, but after that it will give you the move it will give you exactly where it's headed, right? It will go, and when it does, it really does push, man. It doesn't play. So let's go down to the 4 hour. Also here we're seeing the exact same thing. Here you can see a clean rejection and then a momentum push to the upside, right? Followed by a nice push all the way to the upside. Here again, we see a drop, kind of a rejection. After the rejection, we expect to see the market give us momentum in the opposite direction. This tells us that the market is really rejecting that area. But here, look at this area. We see a doji, we see a rejection candle there, followed by another push to the downside. What does that mean? It means the market isn't really ready to reject this area. We could reject, but we're not ready to reject right now, or it means we could potentially expect a breakout. So let's go to the 4 hour and see exactly what we can take from there. Let me just move this area a little back. Yeah. So what we observe here is that, okay, first of all, we have not touched our level of support. So the market could very well come down to weak on this area of support there, right? We could potentially see the market coming down to weak, taking out all those buyers there. All those buyers are with the stop loss just below this area, all those stops there, and then pushing to the upside, right? That is what you could potentially expect, right? That is our first scenario that you could potentially expect, because we are at a level of our support and we are seeing rejections. But if you look closely here, let's just go down to the 1 hour so that you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. The market came down impulsively from here, right? We saw an amazing push to the downside, amazing. And then when we got to this area, we started to see the market consolidating, right? Pushing to the upside. I'm sorry for the notifications on my phone. It's making some kind of noise. But we saw a nice push, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, right? So we are still very bearish here. So to look for buys right now, it's very risky, right? Why? Because the market is overall bearish. We're making lower highs and lower lows in this shorter term, in this lower time frame structure. On the higher time frames, we're still bearish, right? You're still bearish. We're still expecting some more bearish momentum to come in, but we're at a level of support and we're having a descending structure, right? This is a descending structure. The market is going down, right? But not really impulsively. We are not seeing these impulsive moves and then a correction to the upside followed another push to the downside. We're seeing the market correcting to the downside, making lower highs and lower lows. This tells us that we could potentially see the market push all the way to the upside, right? Oh, sorry about that. So that is what you could potentially expect. But for me to be able to be convinced entirely that we are really going to push to the upside, I need to see the market violate these highs, right? This is our lower high, right? The moment the price breaks this area and then comes back to retest, it will come back to retest or give us some sort of continuation pattern, that is when I will be really convinced to take more buyers in, right? That is really the safest way to get that entry there. So, but other than that, we could potentially see the market drop and tap on these areas of support, because we did talk about that drop coming. If you guys can just go back and watch all those analysis videos that we did weeks ago, you'll see that we were really anticipating this huge drop, and we really caught it because the market dropped and it gave us a continuation pattern here. You see, there was a continuation pattern there, and the market broke to the downside, kind of a retest, and then it dropped. So that is the same thing we could potentially expect. I'm waiting for the market to break highs and then correct, right? Continue giving me a continuation pattern all the way to the upside, right? That is what you could potentially expect there for this week. Really to the downside, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure about a move to the downside because we're almost at a level of support. If we're going down, we're really coming to weak this area. Or if we just come up, if we just come down, break this area, and then give me a continuation pattern, right? Showing me that the market is really ready to push, then I will take those sells. But other than that, I'm not really looking to sell the markets as it is, right? So that is just it for me. If you guys enjoyed that video, please make sure that you like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the family, share the video with your friends and family, and we'll see each other in the next one.